welcome to the Powerful Comics Man podcast. This is Jerald Dorado, and this is the 39th episode of the 40 Life Wisdom at 40 series. So, one more episode after this, and we conclude this awesome experience. But before we do that, let me just tell you about Miyucha Lux Cakes. Check us out. This is our amazing online bake shop. We're on Instagram at hello.miucha. That's at HELLO.MIUCCIA. We have the best vegan desserts, cakes, cookies, donuts, wedding cakes, and lots of amazing surprises. Check out at hello.miucha right now. Okay, and this episode, this series, is available also on our website www.komiksman.com/40 life wisdom at 40. So all of the episodes are compiled on that page. And now we move on to the 39th episode, 40 life wisdom at 40. So after this, one more, the 40th one. And yeah, uh, I don't know how to feel, but I'm happy. Okay, so let's just go on with number 39. Number 39. Be able to say, I like myself without any guilt. Yeah, so you should like yourself. Let's do this is the first time that I'm gonna ask you to do something. Do it with me, okay? Say this out loud. We're gonna say I like myself together. But you gotta say it, you gotta speak it. No, you gotta, it has to be audible. So make sounds with your mandibles. Okay. Make sounds with your mouth and say it with me. Just say it with me, and let's see. It is important that you do this. Okay, this is actually a test. So we're gonna do it. All right. So 1, 2, 3. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. Say it with me out loud. I like myself. I like myself. Say it again. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. Yeah, I hope you you said it with me. If not, you have to go back and do it. Okay, because now I'm going to ask you, how did you feel? How did you feel when you're doing it? When you're hearing your voice, your own voice saying that you like yourself? Is there a weird tinge in your stomach? Is it funny to you? Is it ridiculous? Is it I don't know. Does it feel like lying? In any case, you shouldn't be feeling anything. You should like yourself genuinely. This should be, saying I like myself should feel like you're saying the sun is hot. Yeah, it's it's undisputable. The sun is really hot. There's no debate. With certainty, you know it. Everybody knows it. So there's nothing there. You would not. There's no guilt. There's no ridicule in saying that the sun is hot. That should be how it is when you say that you like yourself. you should be you should be the first one to love yourself, like who you are, because a lot of our insecurities do root from not liking ourselves. Um, Maybe you hate how you look. Maybe you hate your social status. You hate that you're maybe you hate you're poor, or you hate that you're so rich for some reason, or you hate that that you hate your parents, that you were born to whatever kind of family that you have. I don't know, maybe a choice made that you allowed to define yourself, that painted you painted a self-image that is not attractive to you. I don't know. You answer that. But for whatever reason, these are hang-ups, insecurities, and happiness, real happiness, would you cannot achieve that without liking yourself, without liking and accepting who you are. Because liking yourself, that does not mean that you are vain. That's not vanity. That's not narcissism. That is not uh, self-indulgence. That is not bragging. Liking yourself is admitting who you are, accepting facts about yourself, accepting all your flaws, accepting your strengths, accepting the truth in your current situations. Well, how smart you are, how you really look, the things that you need to improve, and sometimes insecurities. Let's say maybe you have issues with your body. Maybe you like me. I got I got fat. Maybe you're like me, and you're not happy about seeing yourself fat, and you kind of hate yourself without hate yourself because you allowed yourself to be let loose. And while it is okay to, to accept who you are, because I accept that I am fat, okay? But if this bothers you, then I should do something about it, right? And does it really you got to be honest too, if something really bothers you or not, or maybe you're just doing mind tricks to convince yourself that it is okay. Because I can do that. I can pretend that being fat is okay, when in reality I know I can do better. I can fool myself that it's okay, because I don't want to exercise. I don't want to do the work. Or maybe something it's about something else. It's about not improving in your work, in your art. You make excuses. You hate your own work. You are the first one to critique, to put your own works down. Never put yourself down. Never. Never put yourself down. Because these when you put yourself down, you then that's I don't know. You should be rescuing yourself whenever you're sinking. You should be the first one to rescue you. Of course, there are others who are also willing to rescue you, and you can also rescue others. But you should be the first one to recognize. Ideally, you should recognize, if you can, be self-aware to realize when you're not doing okay. Of course, sometimes it doesn't happen, but whenever you can, when you realize something is wrong, you need to. You can't allow yourself to wallow and just sink with your insecurities, your doubts, your guilt, your failures. You should find a way to be able to come back, or at least ask for help. Um, because although that's quite hard, because you would have to. Liking yourself would mean, like I said, accepting who you are. And sometimes whenever, especially if you've been put down all your life by others, and it and you made the mistake of believing them, it's hard to accept who you see in the mirror. I could imagine that. I could imagine. Be, I'm just blessed that I did not experience it. I've been blessed to have a family that supported me, who were amazed by the things that I could do. I was really blessed with that. But I know a lot of people who weren't. That people that whom most of the time it's their parents who are first to tell them they're ugly, tell them they're not good enough, tell them that they are stupid. And these are deep wounds that might take time for you to heal. Again, I'm gonna direct you to the forgiveness episode, because you gotta forgive. That's the first thing that you need to do. Well, the first thing that you need to do is identify it, and then ultimately you will need to forgive the people that made you feel unworthy. I'm not gonna rehash that. Okay, just go to the forgiveness episode. I think it's number 20. The four people that you need to forgive, because these are major hits on your confidence. Without these things, without fixing your confidence, you cannot accept, you cannot build it. If it's broken, you need to fix it first. That is the starting point. That would be that would stop the bleeding, at least. Okay, that I think forgiveness, if I'm gonna make an analogy, that would be the first aid. It stops the bleeding so that you can start healing. It's not gonna heal you totally immediately, but it will not make things worse. It will stop making things worse, rather. And you should, if you want to be happy, if you want to feel less and less miserable and achieve happiness, real joy in life. Of course, sorrows will be always a part of life, but there are also times that you can feel genuine joy and fulfillment. Yeah, and we hope that I suppose our goal is to make our lives um more make us ourselves experience more of that, more of joy and fulfillment in life than the sorrows and disappointment. And what would help you is liking who you are, accepting who you are. Do not do not paint a perfect image of of who you want to be, in a sense that you can imagine what kind of person you want to be. Of course, that's important too. Knowing the direction, knowing we talked about that in imagination, but but also remember that you are a work in progress, and you might not be that person yet. So you are still working on that. So don't kick yourself. You are a work in progress. And before now that if you are ready to build yourself, you have stopped the bleeding that causes you to lose confidence and be insecure. Because sometimes the insecurities, because of the wounds in our childhood, usually because of the people that hurt us, these manifest in being difficult to deal with, or stubbornness, or being negative all the time, or being pessimistic, being being just a source of bad energy in the group. I'm sure you know what what that what that means. And sometimes you are not aware that you are the one causing it. But that's okay. That's okay. But I don't know. But I suppose the main factor would be if you identify that you are not happy, that you, like I said in our test, if you cannot if you cannot say that you like myself without any guilt, then there's something wrong. That means you don't like yourself. That means you have unresolved issues that I am telling you uh, might be the cause, probably the cause of uh, of the turmoils in your relationship, in your mindset, which affects your happiness generally. If you do not have a good relationship with your parents, or son, or friends, you're awkward socially, maybe it's because of that. So it's something for you to look into. And I know it could be scary, but I'm telling you, you shouldn't be afraid to face who you are. You might not you might not exactly like the person, or it might be hard for you to accept, because accept who you really are, because you are painting yourself um as someone else. You are painting yourself to be, I don't know, you are trying to live someone else's life, a life that is a caricature of what you think is expected from you by the people that you care about, whether your parents, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or I don't know, anyone. And if you cannot if you cannot uh, pinpoint that, then you will be lost, and you will be it will be an endless mystery, and it will eat you up. But if you don't like the person that you see, when you start confronting yourself, yeah, I suppose you can start by validating who you are. Sometimes you just need to trick yourself. Say you like yourself. Actually, just say you like yourself until you feel it. Just repeat it. I like myself. Because you should like yourself. You should like yourself. You shouldn't be feeling any guilt when you say it. You should not be ashamed. You should not be shamed when you say it, because all of the winners in the world love themselves. They like themselves. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I'm sure these people like themselves. I'm sure. I'm sure Elon Musk likes himself as well. Because when you like yourself, you begin to liking yourself would mean accepting everything about you. It doesn't mean liking only the things that work. It is also acknowledging the things that doesn't, and owning to them, taking responsibility. Uh, the flaws that you have, you recognize all of them. You don't make excuses, but you recognize also that you are, again, a work in progress, and that you can do better. That is how you start liking yourself. If you do not think you are likable, if you think, I don't know, maybe you think you are people are saying you're stupid. Okay, maybe that's a problem. So let's try solving that. Of course, you're not stupid. You're probably educated. Okay, you're not stupid. First of all, take that away. That's a lie. Remove that from your system. No matter how many times it had been said to you, you're not stupid. Definitely. If you're listening to this podcast, you're definitely not stupid. And you are actually making an effort to be better. Stupid people don't do that. Okay, stupid people just happy and oblivious about their stupidity. Okay, so that's it. You're not stupid. Take it away, and then of course they would have their reasons why they're saying that, just to justify why they are saying. Maybe it's because you didn't have they were comparing you to a sister or a brother who was doing better in school, had more medals than you, or you didn't get any. Then find out the things that you are good with. If you can draw, so what? What if I didn't have a medal? I can draw. I can sing. I am good in I don't know. I'm good in math. I'm good in business. I can sell whatever it is that you're selling. I can talk to people. I can talk. I'm good in video games. What is it? What is it that is going right for you? Build on that. Build on that. Uh, until and then convince yourself that if it's still not good enough, if you can still learn, get classes, practice, keep practicing until eventually you make it. Have a high standard and try your best to reach it. But also acknowledge the grind required. That it is not an instant. It's not an instant uh, thing to be good at something. And being good at something matters because you know how hard you worked for it. You know how hard, you know what it takes to create a good drawing. That's what makes it valuable. You know what it takes to, I don't know, to organize an event. You know, I don't know, whatever things that you do to farm, whatever. It takes effort, it takes expertise. And your expertise is valuable. It is something that you can be proud of. Be Know your strengths. Bank on your strengths. Focus on your strengths, not on your weaknesses. You ca- the weaknesses, just acknowledge them, but don't let it define you or limit you. Okay, so uh, I was told before because I'm good in drawing backgrounds. Okay, so in our office, I got designated into creating backgrounds. So I was kind of I was kind of confined for a while in being a backgrounds guy. But I didn't want to just do backgrounds. I wanted to do full frames because it's not satisfying for me. Okay, so what I did is I showed them that I can actually do everything, not just the backgrounds. Yeah, yeah. It's practice. It's not accepting the limitations. Okay. You can expand your knowledge. Knowing your weaknesses is a good thing. Accepting them because you would know where to start in improving. You would know precisely where to begin, right where your weakness is at. So think of it that way. But then again, always still focus on the things that you are good with, and accept Don't be shy. If you know you can sing, sing as loud as you can. Show, maybe you're a kid, maybe you have a voice. You need to claim your space because you know what, they're not they're not gonna give it to you. Okay. They're not gonna give it to you, especially if you're around other people, if, among your peers. They're not gonna give it to you. It's respect. You need respect is earned all the time. Real respect. Okay. Be considerate. That is the default. But respect, it, it is earned. Okay. That, at least that's how I think. I can be considerate to the elderly. I'm not gonna bump them off when I'm walking in the street. Okay, I'm not gonna insult them. I'm gonna be respectful in my words when talking to them. But actual respect, if even if you're elderly and they see that you're an asshole, then I'm not gonna respect you. just because you're older. So I don't know if that's maybe that's a weird example, but you get what I mean. Uh, you need to claim your space because respect is earned. Do not think that you are entitled for automatic respect, as in respect, not just consideration. Of course, everybody would be polite to you. That is expected. That is they they would be considerate. But when you say people respect you, they value you. They value how you think. They value the things that you're gonna say. They value your presence, being with you. That is real respect. That's if you ask me. But and how are you gonna claim that? How are you gonna do that? Because you can't demand that. You can't. You can't just say, what I'm saying is important. You can't demand that without proving that what you're saying is valuable. But of course, it is valuable. And how are you gonna make it valuable? Think of it that it has value. Do not be bold. Be bold. Muster the courage. Be courageous. Muster the courage to speak out, especially when you have to. That is how respect is earned. If your parents don't respect you as a kid or as an adult, maybe it's because they haven't seen you stand up on your own. Maybe they haven't seen maturity in you. Maybe you keep your feelings, your thoughts from them. You don't speak your mind. You don't show anything that is worthy of respect from them, that would shut them up. And it is a skill. It's not being rude. Sometimes you need to speak up because you know what, your voice has value. You should know that. What your opinion matters. Your opinion matters. Remember that. Whatever kind of opinion that is. Some opinions are better than the others. Okay? Don't troll during important occasions. So, um, but when it counts, make sure what you say count. Make sure that know when it is time to be a goofball, and know when it is time to be serious. Uh, Knowing your voice has value. When you speak, people will feel that. Do not think that when you speak up loudly. Make your voice audible. Speak with confidence because you have the right to talk. At the very least, communicate how you feel. Communicate your feelings. Make it precise. We've talked about this in another episode. Be develop the develop the ability to fully articulate what your thoughts. Check that out. if you haven't. But that's how that's how you that's how you claim your space. Um, don't allow them to push you away during meetings. You are entitled. You not entitled, or you have the right to be there. You have the right to know what's going on and make the effort to let them know that you give a fuck. Maybe they're saying that you don't give a fuck. That's why they're not including you. 'Di ba? So make sure to let them know that you care and that you're thinking about the consequence of the actions and that you should have a say to whatever decisions are being conjured. And also have self-respect. Respect yourself before anyone could respect you. Demand due respect, that you are a person, that you are not an idiot. Look people in the eyes. Look at them in the eyes with your chin up. Do not cower. Stand straight. Stand straight with your shoulders pulled. These are minor things that have great impact in how you carry yourself. Because if your body language communicates weakness, or I don't know, or weakness, or what's the word, uh what's this, non-confidence, then you're not going to be confident about you, right? As you would if you see others like that. And you're not always the victim here, okay? Sometimes when you see other people who can't look you in the eye when they talk to you, when they murmur their words, when they're trying to speak to you, it's not something very respectable. It's not something that you would put much attention to. But then again, these are confidence issues. That's easier said than done, depending on your level of insecurity. But then again, all of the past episodes lead to creating this. That's why this is uh, near the end of the series, because all of the things, basically all of the other episodes, are just ways to build your confidence, to build your character, to build to build likability, all so that you can like yourself, so that you could be able to say I like myself genuinely. Because you know what, you only have you you only have one body. You should be your own best friend. Like I said earlier, when things go south, when you get in trouble, you should be able to rescue yourself as well. You would be the first one to, of course, we're gonna feel down, and it will be awesome to have people who can assist you when you're not well. But at the very least, you should be an ally to yourself. You should not put yourself down. Sometimes you put yourself down because um, people have put you down far too long, and that's very unfortunate. But then again, if you determine that you cannot allow that to define you, do not allow the pain to 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 just keep on breeding despair, breeding hopelessness, breeding negativity. These are the things that will make you hate yourself. And if you hate yourself, that is a catastrophe waiting to happen. Yeah, I hope you can. I hope as we are almost done in the series, I hope there are people who actually would listen to the entire thing. If you are one of them, I thank you, and I hope this help you somehow. But one of the things that I hope to accomplish for anyone who would take time to listen to what I'm saying is, I hope, if you're not if you haven't yet, I hope that one day you would be able to say, I like myself without any guilt. Powerful Comics Man podcast.